Hi, I'm Gary Klein. I'm from the Career Center, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about how to use LinkedIn to connect with people during your job search. So to do that, I'm going to share my screen as we're going along here to show you exactly what I'm doing. In this particular case, I am going to be looking for software engineers who went to the University of Iowa because I'm interested in finding jobs in the computing field. So to do that, I'm going to begin by just sharing my screen with you. And we're going to go to LinkedIn. Now, to use LinkedIn, of course, you need to create an account if you don't already have one. So you do go to linkedin.com, and it is free to set up an account. You, of course, will need to create a profile. So assuming you've done that, we're going to begin by finding alums from the University of Iowa. And to do that, we would either search for by name, or in my case, I have it saved as one of the search items I've got. And once I get to the University of Iowa page, what you're going to see is the homepage for it, and also jobs that are posted here, posts that come from the university about the university itself. But the thing that we care about is the alumni. So if we want to find alumni from the University of Iowa who are in the software field, we're going to begin by clicking this, and we'll notice immediately there's about 169,000 alums. Probably by the time you look at this, it will go up or down a little bit, but that's where it is. The one thing I like to do is start with a search word key. So I'm going to start with software, just as a general term. If I put in software engineer, I may miss some people that could be helpful to us. So I'm going to start with software just as a general thing. The other thing I want to do is these are the years that are available to us of people who have been alums at the University of Iowa. I'm pretty sure that people from 1900 are not with us anymore. And if they are, they're probably not working as in software jobs. So what I'm going to do is update this to a more current year, like 2000 and let's say 2005, all the way up to, let's say, 2020, because we're looking for people who have graduated and have jobs, most likely. Okay, now one of the things that, before I search for that, I just want to point out that what we'll learn through LinkedIn is where are they, where do they work, but also what they do and what they studied. And also their skills, what do they know how to do? And if you are already connected with them, you will see sort of how well connected you are, okay? So we're going to do, as I said, we're going to do a search which includes just people who have software backgrounds, okay? And what we're going to see is there's about almost 5,000 alums who have that kind of background. And it'll show us where they live and so forth. Now, if you were looking for a job in a specific city, you certainly could filter it further. Like if you wanted just to look for those who are in the greater Chicago area, or Des Moines, or Cedar Rapids, or Seattle, San Francisco, and so forth. Well, let's just for the sake of this example, let's choose only those 105 in the Austin, Texas area. Why Austin? It's a pretty good area for software engineers. No particular reason otherwise. And what you'll see pretty immediately is like where they work, who are the companies that employ them. But the best thing about this is it's going to show you all of the people who are in the Austin, Texas area who are in software or are software engineers of one kind or another. So if you're looking for someone who may share your background, and I'm going to use as an example that I'm interested in perhaps alums who may be from my home country. And I'm going to, for the sake of this example, presume that I'm looking for people from mainland China. So I'm going to pick Ethan, because, well, one, he is working for a company I'm interested in, which is the Expedia Group, and we can learn a little bit about him. So how long has he been there? He's been there for a little over a year, but then he also worked for Michaels, and he was also a software developer intern for Schlumberger in China, in Beijing, actually. And then he also, while he was on campus, had some positions here. So the other thing that's kind of good about this, and particularly if you're curious about, well, how do you get there from here? Well, looking at somebody's profile is a good way to get a sense of sort of what their background is before you reach out to them. Because here's the point. We're using LinkedIn to connect to a person. We're using information from LinkedIn to help us convey to that person why we're reaching out to them and what we hope to gain from them. So in my example, I'm presuming I want to live in Austin, Texas. I want to be a software engineer. I'm about a year away from graduating, and I am trying to create a network of people who could be helpful to me in the future. And so with Ethan, I'm going to reach out to him with a message to begin with. And I will do that by hitting the connect button. And this is also where I can this is a place where I can send him a message. So if I wanted to do that, I would click here and then express to him perhaps why I'm reaching out to him. So what do I have in common with him? Well, we both went to the University of Iowa. We both were computer science majors. We both are interested in the Austin area. So those are things we have in common. So I might begin with a simple message like, dear Ivan, found your profile on LinkedIn and wondered if we could connect about opportunities as a software engineer in Austin. As a former Hawkeye, I am hopeful you will be willing to share your knowledge with me. Okay. Now, at this point, you have a couple of choices, one of which is to send it as is, sign it and send it, or the other could be to give him an alternative way to contact you. You see, a lot of people who are on LinkedIn don't accept invitations from everybody because they don't know you, right? And so if they want to help you but don't want to help you through LinkedIn, you can give them an alternative. So in this case, I might say something along the lines, if you prefer, please contact me either via email or phone. My contacts are, and then you're going to give them a way to reach out to you. Oops, Okay. So this is a really good point that is being made for me. You have 300 characters. So I made my message too long. So I could say something like, meet me here. All right, so you could do something like that. And I hate to do that, but there we're doing that. Okay, so you create the message and you can send that to him. Now, what happens? Well, okay, so once you've sent it, I'm not going to actually send this because I don't know EFAN, but this is our example. So what is likely to happen is EFAN will at some point get back to you. Either will contact you through the information you gave him, or he will connect with you through LinkedIn, and then it'll be up to you to engage in a messaging situation. So you can then message him directly once he is connected with you, or if he's contacted you through your email or your phone number. Of course, you know what you can do at that point. So once you've made that connection, it's really important to follow up and as soon as possible to let them know that you meant what you asked for in reaching out to them. So the last thing that you want to do on LinkedIn, of course, is once they're a contact of yours, you want to include them on additional notes, or if you put out articles that you think they would be interested in, sharing information, that kind of thing. Certainly, this is a good medium to do that. The last thing I would say is when you have completed your conversation or with them, to thank them in some small way and keep them up to date with what you're up to. So that is what I would tell you to do to use this part of LinkedIn for reaching out, for creating a contact with another person. Okay, so summarizing, you create a LinkedIn account, create a profile, use the University of Iowa page to search for alumni that share an interest or something in common with you, whether it's a city you want to live in, a job you want to do. Send them a note to connect and create a conversation with them. For more information about informational interviewing, please go to careers.uiowa.edu and look up informational interviews under career preparation. Thanks for your time. Hope this is helpful to you. Goodbye.